I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? Yeah. Running and running and running and running and running and running. We won't stop. Competition got them on lock. Shut them down, open up shop. Yeah, up 20 with the top spot. 20 down like it's stock drop. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better? I gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
It's a brand new week here on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend, and wherever you are watching around the world on YouTube, High Spots TV, or the Wrestling Spotlight channel on True TV Plus. We thank you for being along with us from the South Broadway Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri. It's Reed Duffy, and that is Shazza McKenzie as she gets set to open things up here this week. She'll be taking on the big, strong boy, Ethan Price, in a matchup of, well, Shazza McKenzie really trying to get on track here after the work with Dak Draper kind of imploded on her. And of course, the music of the big strong boy, the former United Glory Tag Team Champion. And Ethan Price has been making his mark across North America. We've seen him recently with Alpha One Wrestling in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, my home. And hey, wait a minute. That's Jake Bosch and Scott Stanley. The new guys are hanging out in the crowd. Jake Bosch has a box of popcorn. I think I want to go hang out with them. We have 3 headsets as Ethan Price, with a hold of the jacket of Shazza McKenzie, wearing it like a, be careful with that, it's got studs all over it. And Shazza, I don't think, Ethan Price tosses it to Stanley and Bosch. Ethan Price getting the love from the St. Louis crowd. That title reign, along with Moses, although it ended with the men we'll see in our main event, certainly brought him a long way. Ben, all yours.
Introducing first, originally from Sydney, Australia, now residing in St. Louis, she is Heartbreak Core, Shazza McKenzie.
You know, I've never had a problem personally with Shazza McKenzie. She's always been extremely nice to me.
Her opponent, from Austin, Texas, weighing 175 pounds, is a big, strong boy, Ethan Price.
Speaking of folks who've always been nice to me, last time I saw Ethan Price, he hugged me. And trust me, he is a big, strong boy. He almost carried me halfway out of the room as Shazza McKenzie has Ethan Price's jacket. And turn around there, EP. And Shazza putting the bad mouth on Ethan Price. And now that jacket going towards Stanley and Bosch in the crowd. Jake Bosch went deep for the catch. That is Jake Bosch that you can hear. What a character. How about the new setup here at the South Broadway Athletic Club as well? Looks great as Ethan Price backing Shazza McKenzie into the turnbuckles. Started to say our main event this week on Ascend we'll see the Philly Marino experience putting the United Glory Tag Team titles on the line against Kody Lane and Dan the Dad. 6 months ago, if I had said that Dan the Dad and Kody Lane were going to be in a tag title match together, I think they would have had me committed. As Shazza McKenzie having a little bit of trouble with the St. Louis crowd, and she's kind of brought that upon herself. Shazza once told me she wanted to come to America. She wanted to come to Glory Pro Wrestling. She wanted to be the queen of Glory Pro. Count of 1, 2, and almost stealing one there was Ethan Price on that roll. And Shazza into the ropes, and Ethan Price will get the clean break. And Shazza at a pitch that was only audible to certain pets. And is now clutching the rope tightly. And Ethan Price is having fun with the new guys who are sitting out in the crowd this week. As Jake Bosch had a beverage, he is having the time of his life out there. Scott Stanley with the baseball cap on is staring menacingly towards the ring as some of the fans chanting "Big Strong Girl" towards Shazza McKenzie. We know Shazza is extremely strong. We've seen that before in a lot of matches with the likes of Laney Luck. Of course, I think back to some of the wars those two have had, including a street fight at the pageant just recently here. Shazza teaming up with Dak Draper, although that went against her as well. Shazza on the knuckle lock, forcing Ethan Price down to the canvas. Price doing the headstand. Oh, I think he was playing a little bit of possum as he hoists Shazza up with the feet, drops her over, hooks the outside leg. Actually had the wrist connected there too, but does not get the 3 count. Shazza to the ropes, fired off far side. Looked like Ethan was going to follow her in. He'll back out to the buckles. Now charge. Shazza pops him up and over. He got hang time before landing on the apron. Price slides back in underneath. Hits the ropes. Shazza, duck underneath by Price. Off the ropes goes Shazza. She hung on to avoid the tilt-a-whirl power slam. Good move because Ethan Price can snap that right over. Now up to the shoulders. Airplane spin. I'm getting dizzy. Round and round Ethan Price goes, and both he and Shazza McKenzie having a little bit of trouble finding their equilibrium. Hoist, power slam, center of the ring. Cover, count of 2, and that's all he'll get. Again, I ask, has Jake Bosch been into the beverages? He is having the time of his life out there, starting chants. He's all over the place. Oh! Shazza pulls the ankle of Ethan Price down to the top turnbuckle. Out of the way goes Price. Shazza hits hard into the buckles. Price elevates, second rope on the inside, tried that rewind bulldog. Oh, and did you see Shazza came through with the elbow to the back of the knee of Ethan Price. She's going to try to chop the big strong boy down. And now working over that knee with the boots and cinching up the ankle. Smart game plan there from Shazza McKenzie. Take away the power base of the big strong boy. Shazza, back elbow strikes, just swinging away as Ethan Price tried to escape, spinning toe hold, turned into a setup for the no, thought maybe figure 4, almost turning it into a variation of a death lock. Shazza trying to roll Ethan Price through. Sharpshooter? Oh, and she's leaned right down in it. And now reaching back to clasp the neck. Oh, this is nasty. Shazza McKenzie innovating on the fly. Almost from a deathlock or Moodalock style grip, turned that into a legs and neck submission, just really working over the back, a bow and arrow style submission. As Shazza puts the knee into the midsection of Ethan Price. Oh, and Ethan Price's knee gave out on the way to the ropes. This is trouble, and this shows how smart that game plan was. Shazza spins Ethan around and boots him right in the side of the head. Shazza McKenzie stepping back through, and as she comes through the ropes, jams him face first to the canvas. Hooks the inside leg, count of 2, before Price able to escape. Shazza stepping her way back out. Price is in trouble as Shazza goes to the chest with the chops. Sets the leg over that second rope, jamming away at it with her own foot. She's got Ethan Price all tied up. Price in no man's land, and Shazza McKenzie getting the job done. Knife edge chop from Price. Now to the eyes goes Shazza. Shazza hoisting the leg. Bit of a dragon screw style leg whip there. Hooks that same leg, count of 2, and that's all she'll get on that occasion. Shazza popping back up to her feet. Price looking to follow. Hoist up to the shoulders. Shazza working down the backside. Price got both the shoulders with the feet, just a count of 2. Oh, now. Wow, submission hold from Shazza McKenzie. Works her way all the way around to a modified STF. That was brilliant. Shazza has Ethan Price all tied up. That STF style submission, Shazza was able to get a better base to wrench the neck than a normal STF. Price escapes as he tries to take the arm. Shazza turns it into a pin. Count of 2. Price back up to his feet. Oh, knee strike caught him. Outside of the lead leg, and then running through with the knee strike is Shazza. Hook of the inside leg, count of 2 and 3/4. Shazza McKenzie is putting on a show. Couple of innovative submission holds in this contest. Boy, I am really impressed with her mat work. Kicking to the hamstrings of Ethan Price. Inside cradle, count of 1, 2. Shazza able to get loose. Shazza popped to the shoulders of Ethan Price. Back elbow strike lands. Price on his feet, duck underneath. Oh, boot to the midsection by Price, but that leg continuing to give out. There's just not going to be a lot of feeling in the knee, the ankle, the foot. And Shazza steps in with the knee strike, just that little hesitation. Price able to get her to the ropes. Oh, that time he got it. Tilt-a-whirl power slam, but it took everything he had in the base. You can hear the new guys leading the chant with the crowd. Big, strong boy as Ethan Price trying to get back to his feet. That base is not steady, but he's still going to hoist Shazza to the shoulders. Rake in the face by Shazza McKenzie. Again, outside of that lead leg, the left leg of Ethan Price has been battered. Caught Shazza's foot that time. Ooh, straight down to the canvas. German suplex set out of the rear waistlock. Price lands it. Beautiful bridge, count of 2. Again, Price, you could see it, he didn't have the base. He had to lift that left leg out of the bridge. He just couldn't continue to hold it that way. It didn't give enough resistance for Shazza McKenzie. She was able to kick out. It's a miserable feeling to try to suplex when you're on one leg. Battering that lead leg is Shazza McKenzie again. Saito suplex. Beautiful execution. Shazza charges, knee strike lands. Rolls Ethan Price out of the corner. Shazza hooks the outside leg. Count 1, 2, and again 3/4. You gotta be careful with the officials, Shazza. Shazza McKenzie was certain that was 3. She was certain that was it. Ethan Price said not this time. Price pulled back up center of the ring. What a matchup to open up a Sen. Schoolboy, count 1, 2, and Shazza escapes, held on to the leg, trying to turn the single leg Boston Crab. Shazza has to make the long step, she does. Ethan Price is in big, big trouble. Shazza, though, has it on the right leg, not the left. No, I stand corrected, that is the left leg. Sorry, from my angle, I had it backwards. Ethan Price desperately had to escape. Oh, and again the knee jammed down onto the ring apron. That's where wood meets steel. Met the knee of Ethan Price. Price shrugs Shazza off. Up to the shoulders. How's he got this left? Jammed Shazza down to the canvas. Back of the head struck. And Ethan Price picks up the win. How did Ethan Price have that left? His knee battered and bruised throughout the contest. Somehow, some way, he picks up the victory after getting Shazza up to the shoulders and then back of the head, struck the mat, spine to the pine. And Ethan Price with an impressive victory after Shazza McKenzie gave it everything she had. Price gets it on one leg. What a way to open this week on Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend. United Glory Tag Team titles still to come. PME against Dan and Kody as the new guys return the jacket to its rightful owner. There's a great photo op. The future of pro wrestling right there. Ethan Price, the big win. We'll be right back. Catches Kody. Dan up and over the top to the floor. Kody Lane in the ring, shoulder block downstairs, sets up for that double stomp to the back. Kody, back suplex. Oh, he rolled Raheem up to the top rope and Raheem landed a little hard. Now Kody, Dan sending in chairs, construction of destruction on the other side. What the heck does Kody Lane have in mind? Kody Lane, by the way, who just recently won the Alpha 1-0 Gravity Championship, looking for a pile driver through the chairs. Oh my God, count of 1, 2, he got him 3.
At 205, the winners of the Oklahoma Tornado Tag Team match, and the Dan and Kody.
That could have taken years off both their careers.
Introducing Smack Talk Showdown. Fulfill your dreams of becoming a professional wrestler. You and your friends adopt the most wild personas, give outrageous promos, and feel the burn as you tear into the mic and into your best friends with Smack Talk Showdown. This is the only party game where smack talking isn't just encouraged, it's required. Watch as friendships are tested, alliances are formed, and laughter is guaranteed. It's time to wrestle with words. Get ready for the ultimate smack talking experience, Smack Talk Showdown. Let the smack talking begin. Visit smacktalkshowdown.com, second edition available now.
Wait. Is my format going out the window? Why do you give me formats? Shane Boucher and Jay Marston, the Hate Keepers, have just come through the curtain. I have United Glory Tag Team titles up next in our main event. This is supposed to be Dan the Dad and Kody Lane against the Philly Marino Experience. Shane Boucher in street clothes and Jay Marston have entered the ring, and Shane Boucher has the microphone.
First of all, I would like to thank Glory Pro for getting a building big enough for all of our fans.
What is going on?
All of my people. Go ahead, make some noise.
Shane Boucher getting a bit of a better reception than I expected.
You know, we've been traveling all over the country. We're one of the most dominant teams in the country. You know,
Well, the Hate Keepers have been all over the country.
We expose everybody in the back when we have tag team matches. And I'm beat up. You know, my back's hurt. I'm getting old. You know, my knees are hurting. So what? Come on.
I am so confused right now.
I don't really want to, affect anybody in the back. So tonight, I think I'm going to pick one of you to wrestle my boy here. Who got one of them?
Who gave permission for this? Shane Boucher's inviting a fan into the ring? Who do we have for an insurance provider? This could be a disaster. Jake Bosch is asking for it. The new guys were here in the crowd tonight.
Hey, you guys are on the side of the barricade that I'm supposed to be on. Y'all are meant to be fans. Are y'all wrestlers? Yeah. I wouldn't tell. Here, you know what? Hey, come on in. Come on in.
Shane Boucher says he couldn't tell. The new guys were the most impressive team in the Road Warrior Cup tournament. What they nearly pulled off was spectacular. Heads up work on the music.
I'm beat up, I'm hurting, I'm getting old. So you two are going to have to play
Smart move by Scott Stanley to join his partner.
I'm going to go hang out with him.
And it looks like it's Scott Stanley that's going to get the nod against Jay Marston.
The challenge, first of all, wearing gray from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the huntsman, Jay Marston.
I am still... This is completely off the format.
The challenge coming straight out of training, the new guy, Scott Stanley.
Well, to be fair, they both accepted the challenge. It's just a matter of which one was going to get into the ring and which one was going to be on the outside. Jake Bosch, by the way, has taken his shirt off. Jake Bosch is having the time of his life tonight. We have seen Jake Bosch just a week ago pick up a massive victory here on Ascend in a four-way contest. Now Scott Stanley's going to step into singles competition against Jay Marston. And I think Jay Marston might be messing with the wrong guy. Scott Stanley is one of the most intense people you are going to find. Side headlock taken by Marston off the ropes, and Marston will step through Scott Stanley. The one thing that Shane Boucher said that was true, the Hate Keepers have been all over the country of late. They've been in the Midwest, they've been out west, they've been out east, they've been going everywhere they can find. I don't know, I can't speak to the rest of his comments. And I still don't know who let him out here. That's the diving shoulder block by Scott Stanley. But what the heck? Gives us a great matchup here on Ascend as Marston. There you see the intensity on the face of Scott Stanley. Duck underneath. Go behind. Back elbow striking. Hey, who doesn't like a little bonus wrestling, right? Jay Marston. Charges. Stanley. Rear waist lock. Oh, what a suplex. He dumped him on the back of his head. Scott Stanley on his feet. Stanley hits the ropes, charges, shotgun drop kick. He'll knock Jay Marston to the floor. What is Scott Stanley gonna do? Stanley, suicide dive! I usually think of Jake Bosch as the high flyer. Bosch just said, listen to the crowd. The new guys have captured the hearts of the Glory Pro audience. And I love it. These two guys are fantastic. Oh, Shane Boucher, just the momentary distraction, and Jay Marston will capitalize. There is an experience edge on the side of Marston in this contest. Oh, and he lit up Scott Stanley that time with the boot. Jay Marston out of the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. He has been heavily competing since 2019. So a significant experience edge on Scott Stanley, who really got his footing in 2023. And the new guys already looking to have a breakout 2024. As Jay Marston signaling the crowd to get out of the way. Marston looking to shoot. Oh boy, should have seen that one coming. Shane Boucher was over there as well, taking part. As Jay Marston will step back in. Shane Boucher, the more experienced of the Hate Keepers, 2-year edge. He began in 2017. Oh, knife edge chop though from Jay Marston. Dropped Scott Stanley to a knee. So it is a heavy experience edge between Marston and Boucher against Stanley and Bosch. And I apologize, I'm doing a bit of my homework on the fly here, as I was not expecting this to be a matchup this week. Oh, into the buckles. And out of the corner rolls Scott Stanley. Scott Stanley, who comes from a bit of a different sport to professional wrestling. He was a baseball pitcher at actually a fairly high level. As down to the body goes Stanley. Although he is a natural in terms of amateur wrestling, some of the suplexes that he throws, he has incredible form on. Inside cradle, count of 2. Stanley, rear waist lock. Marston wanted to hang on to the ropes. Stanley got the roll through, count of 2. Marston kicks out. Scott Stanley to the ropes. Marston hoists him up to the shoulders. Rolling down the back is Scott Stanley. Captures the shoulders, just a count of 2. Marston backs up and now puts a boot right on the side of the head. We have seen Jay Marston and Shane Boucher in Glory Pro trying to get a little bit of momentum their way, trying to get a bit of footing. It would go a long way if Jay Marston could knock off a new crowd favorite in Scott Stanley in this contest. We've already seen Shane Boucher inject himself into the matchup once as Scott Stanley, and it looks like Jay Marston making him a little angry. Knife edge shot from Scott Stanley, make it 2 and a third as he reins him in, and now down to the body goes Marston on Stanley. Marston charges, Stanley ducks, snap German. Jay Marston landed hard. Both partners hammering on the ring apron, trying to encourage their mates to get back into this. And I'm a little bit uncomfortable with how close Jake Bosch and Shane Boucher are on the floor as they continue a conversation. Oh, Scott Stanley, great combination. Stanley will charge. Oh, what a shoulder block. Northern Lights with a release. Scott Stanley trying to make his way back to his feet. Stanley feeding off of this crowd. He'll turn to the outside and climb. Looks like Stanley wants to go all the way to the top floor. Scott Stanley's gonna fly. Did he ever? Clothesline, count of 1, 2, and Marston kicks out. Again, normally you think of Jake Bosch as the flyer of these two, but Scott Stanley showing he can get airborne. Scott Stanley trying to make his way back up to his feet. Jay Marston stirring as well. Stanley says this is it. Rear naked choke perhaps. To the ropes. Oh, Marston slung Stanley over that top rope. Throat first. Marston charges. Boot caught him on the jawline. Marston swings. Vertical suplex position. Into a diamond cutter. Count of 1, 2, and Stanley kicked out. Marston was staring right at Jake Bosch as he made that cover. And again, listen to this crowd. They love the new guys. And really, why wouldn't you? Jay Marston setting up back in the corner. He wants to end it right here. Marston will charge out of the way with Scott Stanley. Stanley, is he trying to set up a go-go plata? I think he did. He's got it. He's got the shin under the throat. Go-go plata submission.
And 734, your winner by submission with the Go-Go Plata, new guy, Scott Stanley.
Are you kidding me? Scott Stanley hits a go-go plata to finish the matchup. And what a finish it is. The new guys get the better of the Hate Keepers. Title's up next.
gotta put on my uni for this. Yeah, yeah. Hey, who you with? I'm with the team to be the champ by any means. Hey, what we do? We win together. Too many rings. Who do it better?
Well, now it's main event time. The United Glory Tag Team titles are on the line. It's Dan the Dad and Kody Lane, and I still can't believe that I'm saying that as a tag team to challenge for the gold. And as expected, Dan getting a wonderful reception in the South Broadway Athletic Club. And again, it wasn't that long ago that this would have seemed just insane. As the crowd getting to their feet for the now Alpha One Wrestling Zero Gravity Champion. 7th time was the charm. He struck gold in Hamilton, Ontario in a 3-way contest with Rohit Raju and Evil Uno. And there you see the gold in hand for Kody Lane. It was about time that gold went around his waist, and now looking to become a champion on both sides of the border. I don't know how these two became a team, how this all worked out other than mutual enemies. And of course, they've been on a hot streak. They've got a pair of victories over the Crew, and in 2 different constellations. They've got a victory over the former United Glory Tag Team Champion combination in Mike Outlaw and Raheem De La Suede, and an Oklahoma Tornado tag win over Raheem and Mason St. Goods, but this is a different beast altogether. That's Philly Collins on the left, Marino Tenaglia on the right. It's the Philly Marino experience. And I don't think it's a stretch to say one of the best United Glory Tag Team Champion constellations that we have had in Glory Pro Wrestling. A brilliant combination. Tag team specialists. And they are going to have a significant edge in tag team experience. They train together. They've grown up in the business together. 8 years as a tag team for Philly C and Marino T. And the Phil Collins music has the South Broadway Athletic Club jumping. It's party on. And there you see him. Philly Collins in the best shape of his professional career. Marino Tenaglia, the man with all the moves. Hey, Kody Lane can do it too. The Zero Gravity Champion says, maybe not right now. There's no animus here. This should be a great contest, Ben.
Is for the United Glory Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers by way of Savannah, Oklahoma and St. Louis, Missouri. Introducing first, he is the Alpha One Wrestling Zero Gravity Champion, the Southern Flamingo, Kody Lane.
Couldn't have a better representative for Alpha One Wrestling or Glory Pro.
Your father's favorite wrestler,
Dan the Dad is a former Alpha One Zero Gravity Champion and former United Glory Tag Team Champion.
And their opponents to my right, they are the defending United Glory Tag Team Champions from Erotic City, USA. Philly C and Marino T, the Philly and Marino Experience.
I've made it no secret. One of my favorite tag teams in professional wrestling today. I love these guys. Philly C and Marino T. Two of the best people in wrestling and two of the rising talents in professional wrestling. And you can hear I'm not sure who they're talking to from the crowd saying that they've missed them. That could be for any of these guys. I mean, it's a few weeks in between appearances as Dan will leave the coffee mug on the outside of the ring. What a main event on YouTube, on High Spots TV, and on the Wrestling Spotlight channel on True TV Plus, wherever you are joining us around the world. We thank you and enjoy this one. United Glory Tag Team titles. The Philly Marino Experience defending against Kody Lane and Dan the Dad. These two teams over time have been draped in gold. Dan and Kody have never held the titles together, but they have a win over a former United Glory Tag Team Championship pair. The Philly Marino Experience has never been hotter after winning the Road Warrior Cup, in which they defended the titles in every match. And Marino T and Coco, they're both strutting. There are very few in professional wrestling who can match the moves of Marino Tenaglia. Collar and elbow tie-up. Kody Lane will have the size and reach advantage as the standing switch, rear waist lock. Marino tries to slide out the backside. Side headlock taken by Kody Lane. Not often Kody Lane would be at a speed disadvantage. I don't know that it's a disadvantage here, but Marino Tenaglia will actually be able to match speed with Kody Lane, which is unusual. Lane over top. Marino, high leapfrog. Shoved to the ropes. Marino goes over the top. Kody Lane, boost. Flying through is Marino. He'll slide out to the ring apron. Pulling up to his feet, Kody misses twice. Marino, slingshot, rolls over his back. Gets up, 1 foot right on the mush. Packages him up, just a count of one before Kody Lane sits up. Boy, oh boy, Marino Tenaglia moving between the speeds of sound and light as he hooks the front face lock on Kody Lane. Can't quite pop Kody up. Second time. Kody still able to fight his way down. Third time, inside cradle. Oh, Kody rolled through. Marino kept hold. It's a bit of a gourd buster style situation there. Slingshot senton into the ring for Philly C, and that's the power of the Philly Marino Experience. He'll hit the ropes. Little shake and bake as he drops the elbow to the head of Kody Lane. They are a tremendous combination together. Right hand jabs from Philly C as he reins him in, and we might see a little bit of flip-flop and fly. Kody Lane has got that scouted. Now Kody will bring him over to the corner. By the way, I love Cody's new ring gear, the black overalls with the teal sequence. That's brilliant. Not sure if I'd even look good in that, but where do I get a set of them? Side headlock from Dan the Dad. As always, looking resplendent in the button-up. As Philly C back to the ropes. Shot off. Shoulder blocked by Philly C. Philly off the ropes. Dan rolls. Leapfrog from Dan. Philly underneath. Oh, he stopped him. No. I think Philly C knows this one. Oh, he takes the arm. Philly wasn't falling for it. Dan has been so successful with that little fake out. Arm wringer by Dan the Dad. Underneath goes Philly Collins. He'll take the wrist. Dan rolls through, back to his feet, cuts him down, and again, he's telling him he's got something right there. Philly telling him he's not going to look. Standing switch, rear waist lock. Standing switch again. Dan hooks onto that top rope. Philly rolls back. Charge. Oh, he finally... He got him. Third time's the charm. Charging in is Philly C. Oh, little trip up there by Dan. Front face lock. Vertical suplex position. He got the big guy over. Hook of the outside leg. Count of 1, 2, and that's all he'll get. Boy, Dan showing tremendous strength there. He got Philly C in that front face lock position, and once he got him airborne, he was going. Right hand jabs now from Philly Collins. Little flip-flop and, oh, caught. Boot from Dan. Oh, he got him with the elbow to the top of the head. And down goes Dan. Marino Tenaglia tags in. Wheelbarrow senton. And then the back senton from Philly Collins. Trademark from PME. Count of 2. That's all they get. Kody Lane was thinking about stepping in to help his partner. These two, Dan the Dad and Kody Lane, they've had wars with one another. And now to see them on the same side and working as such a great tag team, sometimes enemies can make the best partners. As off the ropes, Marino Tenaglia drops the leg across the collarbones, count of 2, and that's all he gets. A little bit of a homage there, I believe, from Marino T. Didn't quite have the same effect on that leg drop. I wondered that for years, how a leg drop kept so many men down. But that's beside the point. Side headlock taken from Marino T. Dan the Dad. Whoa, did Marino grab the hair? Side headlock from Marino. Bending the rules a little bit here. Marino goes right back to the hair again. Not used to seeing this from the Philly Marino experience. And Dan stomps down to the foot. Yeah, that'll do it. Cody Lane on the tag in. Dan gets Marino moving. Right into the boot from Cody Lane. Slingshot, back senton. Speaking of trademark, that's a Cody Lane special right there. Packages up Marino. Count of 2.5. Cody Lane on his feet after he knocked Philly C off the apron. A little bit surprised to see Marino T go to the hair there. As I said off the start, there's no animus between these two teams. This is just all about who's going to come away with the gold. And Cody Lane with a great combination in the corner. Tag into Dan the Dad. He'll step through the ropes. Backing Marino into the ropes. Double team. Back elbow strikes land. Shake of hands. Double elbow. Rolling back out of the ring is Cody. Dan, count of 2. And that's all the challengers will get that time. And we've seen Marino Tenaglia, especially through that Road Warrior Cup, absorb a ton of punishment. Think back to the match against Violence is Forever, as Marino trying to fight his way out of the corner of the challengers. Right hands and back elbows, tried to launch himself for Philly C. Dan cuts him off and back to the corner they go. Great work here by Dan and Cody to cut the ring in half. Well, you'd swear that Dan and Cody had been teaming a lot more than, well, just a few months. As Cody's gonna charge, boot up, hello. Marino still stuck though as Dan had a hold of him. And Cody Lane working him over. Pulls him out of the corner. Marino off the ropes. Cody, capture, full Nelson. Trailer park tornado style. Count of 1, 2, and again Marino able to escape. We've seen the airplane spin before. There's that tornado, that full Nelson, and just spinning Marino T around and now going to work with the boots. Cody Lane with extremely educated feet. Now, the old line about one went to Yale, one went to Harvard, but from where Cody Lane is from, one went to UT Austin and the other went to Oklahoma State, maybe. Gonna have to catch up with him later about how close I am to the money on that one. As into the corner. Lane hopped up and over the top, lands on his feet on the outside. Oh, boot from Marino Tenaglia. Caught Dan on the way in. Oh, Marino, head scissors. Flips Dan into the corner. He's got to crawl. He's got to make his way over. Cody Lane's going to cut him off. Knife edge chop. Backs Marino up. Reverse. Marino, airborne. Tried the shotgun drop kick. Cody Lane won't let it happen. Oh, back senton, but Marino read it like a book. Marino T's got to get to the corner. This is his opening. This is his opportunity. Philly Collins is asking for it. Tag is made. Here comes the big fella. And wipes out Cody Lane with a crossbody. To the body. Rights and lefts from Philly C. Then upstairs. Reversal by Cody Lane. Philly rolls through it. Hoist. Stampede. Philly planted him. Little shades of Dr. Death, Steve Williams, flying into the corner. Marino Tenaglia wipes out Dan the Dad. Philly catching Cody. Double stomp DDT. That could be all. Hook of the inside leg. Count of 1, 2, and no! Cody escapes. Boy, that double stomp DDT, that is such a great tag team maneuver for the Philly Marino experience because of the air that Marino gets on that double stomp, and then Philly just snapped Kody Lane straight down, spiked him. Could this be Sunset Dreams? No. Pulled out of the ring is Marino T. Kody hit the brakes. Philly charges out of the way. Oh, and Philly hit hard. Marino T flying in. Back elbow strike lands. Kody. Oh, what a move by Kody Lane to powerbomb Marino Tenaglia back into his partner. My God, that was brilliant. Up to the top, Kody. Flying with the back senton. Hooks the outside leg. Could be new champions. No. Philly Collins escapes. What a match. These two teams leaving it all inside the Glory Pro Wrestling ring, and the South Broadway Athletic Club is being treated to a beauty, as are you around the world. As Kody Lane pulling Philly Collins back to his feet. Hoisting to the shoulders. Tag in from Dan the Dad. Philly slides down the backside. Oh, they'll run the two of them together. Philly underneath one. Oh, the leapfrog led right to the DDT, and he got spiked. Kody Lane. Oh, he tried that rewind moonsault off the top rope. No water in the pool. Dan pulling himself back up and into the ring as Cody's got to retreat to the floor. Marino Tenaglia is back on his feet. Oh, and caught Dan coming in. Sidewalk slam position. Marino elevates. Elbow drop with the assist from Philly C. Count of two, and again Dan able to escape. I think Marino's calling for it right here. Reviving Philly C over in the corner. If they hit Sunset Dreams, it's all over. Oh, it's going to be something different here. Oh, Kody pulled the rope down. Philly C head first to the floor. Dan, on the shoulders goes Marino. He'll fight down the backside. Marino T sending Dan off the ropes, duck underneath. Marino flies in, spine to the pine. Spine buster lands. Kody Lane. Up to the shoulders. This is the move they've been using. They formed for the Road Warrior Cup, and it's Doomsday Device. Marino T trying to fight his way down. Oh, gives a shot to Dan. Oh, reverse Frankensteiner. Dan flies. Philly's out of the way. Sunset Dreams. Nailed it. Hook of the outside leg. Count of 1, 2, and no. Kody saved the day. Oh, I thought it was 3. I thought it was 3. Fans chanting, this is awesome. I couldn't agree more. What a tag team match. This is instantly shot to the top of my list of favorites in the history of Glory Pro Wrestling Ascend as we begin to close in on 1 full year. That's a lot of matches to cover. Oh, Kody Lane gets the boot up on Philly C. To the outside. Philly caught himself. Blocked by Kody. Sliding through. Oh, dropped Philly Collins on the back of his neck, but watch out for Marino. Suicide dive to the floor. Marino Tenaglia right back in. Caught by Dan the Dad. Dan's gonna pull him. Marino underneath. Super kick lands. Dan, Uncle Charlie. Dan pulls him in. Suplex. No. Marino on the reverse. Dan blocks. Inside cradle for Marino. Can he hook the leg? Dan rolls through. Dan's got the edge. Count of 2 and 3. Whose shoulders were down? Dan's shoulders. Marino Tenaglia rescued the titles by a couple of inches. What a finish to this matchup. As they went back and forth, it was Marino Tenaglia who rescued the titles by getting his shoulder just off the canvas. At first I thought both men's shoulders were down. as Marino and Philly lay the titles out, center of the ring, an extension of the hands. Yeah, this matchup deserved that and a whole lot more. My God, one of the best tag team matches I have seen in a long, long time, and I love tag team wrestling. Kody Lane giving the props to the Philly Marino experience. He and Dan the Dad have proven they are a tremendous tag team combination, but it is the tag team specialists, the United Glory Tag Team Champions, who can stop them. I want this party to just keep going right here on Glory Pro Wrestling. Ascend.
Hey, who